What made me sick about these brothers today, and real brothers, real OGs, real G's, real y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, and somebody gonna comment 100. But today, these that be with these podcasts like Anton Daniels fat ass, how you talk shit about women but you out of shape, nigga? Shut the fuck up. You a charity case when it came to your wife.
He's still feeding into the red pill ideology. Just FYI, right? But he thinks he's like calling these dudes out, and it's like, you're not though. You are just as bad as these dudes.
Most girls have been over mother and under father. That's why they don't get along with women. That's two women. Instead of acting like her boyfriend, you act like a jealous friend.
If men responded like women, relationships would be 1,000 times better.
I want you to understand that he was raised by women. It don't add up like you think it adds up. Because for men who are raised mostly by women, it's not even no like, oh, we coddle, we feminine, we the second and third. No, it's not even. It's a nigga. You have to be a warrior from the time you are young when you are raised by women, because you have to protect these women.
It's so funny listening to men who don't agree with red pill ideology on his face, but they're still extremely misogynistic. And the core of the red pill is misogyny. But what separates the red pill from the run-of-the-mill misogyny is the way in which the red pill tries to, attract men it's kind of like in a very specific way. They try to do it. They try to do it in this way where it's like they appeal to men's insecurities, right? So they go, the reason why you're single is because of women, because women don't want you, women don't desire you because you're not 19 feet tall, you don't got a 30-inch penis, and you don't make no money, right? And they blame women, and then they say, but you could cure all of that if you go to the gym, start taking steroids, and get a job that is well paid. Then the ladies will come. That's essentially how the red pill attracts men, and that's why it ultimately ends up attracting really young men. But it also attracts men in general by blaming women, I mean, for like pretty much every problem that exists, even within a relationship, right? And they reinforce all of these negative stereotypes about women and gender roles and blah, 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 blah. So you also will get a group of men that are like married and in relationships and have access to women, and they'll buy into the red pill too. And you'll hear them talking crazy about women, and then you'll turn around and be like, oh, so I guess this dude doesn't have a wife. And it's like, no, he has a wife and kids, daughters even, so it's a little tricky. I get it. You got to have a really, you have to have an eye for it and an ear for it, right? But when you talk to the run-of-the-mill misogynists are different. They're a little bit different. A lot of them are men who have access to women, who have had successes with women, whatever the case may be. And they might have a little bit more, like a skosh more self-awareness than a red pillar, right? But at the end of the day, they are not like juxtaposed to one another. They are ultimately on the same side. And they perpetuate negative stereotypes about women and about femininity and all of that stuff almost every single time they talk. And these examples I'm going to show you guys, I just get so sick of hearing men like act like they're making these like poignant points, and it's anything but. I'm like, you thought that this was a good take? It's really hilarious, right? And they be like really with a full chest calling out red pill dudes. It's really funny to me to some extent.
Gotta catch y'all right quick before I go on the job. Check this out, man. I'm talking to wife, man. You know what made me sick about these brothers today? And real brothers, real OGs, real G's, real niggas, y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about, and somebody gonna comment 100. But today, these niggas that be with these podcasts like Anton Daniels fat ass, how you talk shit about women but you out of shape, nigga? Shut the fuck up. You a charity case when it came to your wife, nigga. We know niggas like you. Y'all didn't have no experience that some of us had growing up. And all you could worry about was the money.
So his problem with Anton, when he's right, first and foremost. But his problem with Anton Daniels isn't that Anton Daniels is misogynistic. His problem with Anton Daniels is very classist, right? And this nigga just said he about to go to work, right? And if you can go to work and it's in a sweater like that, you probably ain't really making that much money. So his problem with Anton Daniels isn't necessarily that Anton Daniels' message is, corrupt and it's harmful to women and children and even other men, especially black men. It's not that. It's nigga, how dare and he's trying to mask it in like, how dare you talk about women when you fat? How dare you come for men like me who was broke and struggling when you didn't have to worry about being broke and struggling, and that's why you got a bag right now. And the only reason why you got a woman is because you got to the bag and you was able to get to the bag. See what I'm saying? He's still feeding into the red pill ideology. Just FYI, right? But he thinks he's like calling these dudes out, and it's like, you're not though. You are just as bad as these dudes.
But y'all boys shut the fuck up. These women y'all complain about, these bitches always been here throughout history.
These bitches. Also, very misogynistic.
They was around when grandmama and them was young. It's always been a group of bitches and hoes. Always. You can't control them. You were supposed to grow up and somebody was supposed to tell your ass, a man was supposed to tell you, hey, bro, these type of women you stay the fuck away from. Why y'all niggas just can't tell that to the bros? Hey, bros.
A man was supposed to tell them. More misogyny.
These type of women you stay away from. These type of women you don't have a child with. And leave it at that. Y'all complain more about the bitches y'all can't control than y'all uplift and talk good about the women that are just women. You wanna know why? Because y'all still want to be Captain Save a Hoe, and y'all can't do it today. Y'all money don't mean shit because y'all ugly as fuck. The real bros know. A lot of y'all red pill, blue pill, black pill, rainbow pill, whatever fucking pill y'all taking, y'all niggas was the ugly, fat nigga or the skinny, gremlin looking nigga in school that nobody wanted to be around. And you never grew from that shit. You didn't cry your tears and then grow from that shit. You became a money getting dweeb. And you leading other niggas down that same path. Women ain't that complicated, bro. Bitches and hoes are, and them the women y'all really be wanting. Tell me I'm lying.
When you write, you right. I'm with you when you write. I don't like the language. It was oozing with misogyny, but he right though. He is right. They do only hyperfixate on the smallest demographic of women and try to act like it's all women or most women or whatever the case may be. But it's just the women that they want. They want the baddies. They want the Insta models. You know what I'm saying? They want the women that they perceive to be out of their league. That's what they want. Anton Daniels allegedly is married, but he is obsessed with those women. He's obsessed with those women because now he got a little money. Is my guess. Anton Daniels has a little money now, right? He has notoriety now. He's never been able to get the women that he actually wanted. The woman he has is probably still better than him, I would guarantee you, or I would assume. But he's like, I can get even better than her. I can get even better than her. And that's that's what's fucking him up right now. So a part of that, again, that's what I'm saying. It ain't like I disagree with, some of the stuff he's saying, but it's just like, it's just funny to listen to like the misogynistic men go at each other, right? It's hilarious. More misogyny.
Most niggas have been over mother and under father. That's why they don't get along with women. That's two women. Instead of acting like her boyfriend, you act like a jealous friend. And that's why niggas don't get along with women, because they've been over mothered. You respond like a woman.
If men responded like women, relationships would be 1,000 times better. Listen to me, brother. If men actually reacted like women reacted to the things that women tell us, like when a woman has a problem with us and she brings it to us, if we actually reacted like a woman would react, our relationships would flourish. So, see what I'm saying? It's that demonization of femininity in women, right? While in his mind, he calling men out or whatever, you're not. You're still demonizing and villainizing women. And it's just untrue. Essentially, he's telling men being feminine is bad. And we need more masculinity. Bring masculinity back. That's all he's saying.
actions are that of a woman. Your lack of impulse control, that's from a woman.
That's from a man.
You know what I mean? And so you don't get along with women. You're not the yin to her yang. You're not
That's not what yin and yang is.
the yang to her yin. You're just like her with a dick.
That would be great. Ask any woman, would they prefer their man to react like a woman or to react like a man? Like the stereotypical woman or the stereotypical man? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And eventually, niggas like this start getting jealous of their own girl because they like girls. Yeah, like real talk. That's why
Men get jealous of women because of misogyny, because we think that women are beneath us and we think that they're not as good as us. So when a woman does something better than us, we go, I'm gonna drop a dime on her. That's male coded as fuck. Women aren't, like, generally speaking, women aren't the jealous species, the jealous gender. That is men. Men are jealous. Men kill other men over jealousy. Men kill women over jealousy. That's not something that you commonly find amongst women. Please stop.
as dads, we got to get back in there. We got to get back in there. We got to teach our boys self-discipline. We got to teach them impulse control. You know what I mean? We got to teach them all of that thing. We got to teach them how to approach fear. Got to teach them how to deal with pressure. That's our job. It's like this because we failed.
It's like this because women teach little boys that, and then dumbass men like you come along and tell them that, you know, femininity is bad and all those things, and then they disregard everything that they ever learned from a woman. So you're your own biggest enemy to your message. You're hurting your own message. Like, I'm all for the father stepping up, but your message is don't be feminine, which my message is we need more femininity. Femininity is the cure to masculinity, and masculinity is lacking impulse control, lacking integrity, things of that nature.
Yeah, we fail. And our own failures are coming back to hunt us. So, come on, man. We got to get on our job. We got to get on our job. We got things to do. Kings.
Ugh. Nobody's a king out here, brother. Now, this is the truth. This is a line. This makes more sense, right?
I want you to understand that he was raised by women. Shit don't add up like you think it adds up. Because for men who are raised mostly by women, it's not even no like, oh, we feminine, woo, the second and third. No, it's not even. It's a nigga. You have to be a warrior from the time you are young when you are raised by women, because you have to protect these women. You feel obligated. This is your family. Whether it's your mom, your auntie, one of your cousins, if you are raised by mostly women, you have to protect them. But what is you doing? You on go. You feel some type of way all day. When somebody fuck with one of the girls in your family, whether it's a grown man, y'all don't get it. I was fighting grown men. Like I'm literally standing up to grown men at 13 years old. You didn't have to do that because you, bro. Never mind.
He ain't ever lied. That's my story. Even though my sister was a protector, but yeah, I had to stand up to grown men when I was a teenager on behalf of my mama. So yeah, but that's what it's the opposite in some cases. A lot of times men don't, I mean, when we're boys, we do love the women in our lives, and we do try to protect the women and girls in our lives. But by the time we get older, you know, whenever that happens or whatever, we make this transition into manhood. And then once we become men, we forget all about that. Now we become the men that we grew up fighting against. Now we become the men that we protected our mamas against. Like, I remember when I was little, walking behind my mama, because men used to stare at my mama butt. My mom had, she well endowed. She had a big butt. And I used to walk behind my mama so that men couldn't stare at her butt. Like, I was 9, 10, 11 years old. I'll be in the grocery store. I'm walking behind my mama because niggas be falling out the damn, you know what I'm saying? Following my mama around. How many niggas can relate to that? How many men can relate to doing that with your mama? And then you get older and you become that same man. Now you walking around the store looking at women's butts, creeping on women, walking up behind women. See a woman with her baby, trying to scheme on her, talk to her. Oh, she with her kid right now. I could talk to her. Woo, 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 woo. Single baby mamas, they easy to get, all that weird shit. See what I'm saying? That be the craziest part. It ain't it like what he's saying is true. It's just wild how it's wild because we forget about all of that when we get older and we become misogynistic. We just get indoctrinated and that indoctrination takes over and then it's a wrap from there. You know, it's all downhill from there. Or yeah, bad in a bad way though. It all unravels. So yeah, men, we got to do better. Like even when the men try to make sense, they don't make no goddamn sense. Majority of the time, it's ridiculous.